Hey, what's going on everybody? John here with Evolve Graphics, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys how to get your very own website up and running online using Cloudways. This is going to be a beginner's tutorial just to show you how to get WordPress installation installed on a server, and then from there you'd be able to edit your website, and I'll also show you how to get a free Ssl certificate as well using the Cloudways interface. Alright, Cloudways is a really good cloud hosting platform. It makes it extremely easy for you to get everything set up, and it makes it extremely easy to maintain as well. It's very reliable, so that's why I love it, and I recommend it to anybody. So without further ado, let's hop on over to the computer and see what we got going on, okay? Alright, so here we are at the computer. Here we're going to go ahead and click Get Started for free. The link to Cloudways will be in the description as well, so if you want to go ahead and click that, that'll help me out as well. So, alright, so let's go ahead and get started for free. Alright, and here we go. We're going to go ahead and enter our information here. Alright, and then you select what kind of business you are. Alright, go freelance developer, and we will go with what the hosting is planning to spend. So we'll just go the minimum on that. Alright, once you've filled everything in, you can go ahead and agree to their terms of service and click Start for Free. And here we are. Once we've got that information entered, here is what you get when you first log into Cloudways. Alright, now the first thing you're going to want to do is create a server to house your applications. So application being something like WordPress or WordPress with WooCommerce, or there's some other PHP applications as well on there. But let's go ahead and just start with WordPress because it's the most common for a website. So let's go ahead and launch now, and this is going to be creating our server, right? So it's going to create a server, and you're going to be creating an application at the same time. So from here, let's go ahead and choose what kind of version of WordPress we would like. You can choose to have Cloudways, no optimization from the Cloudways plugins that they normally install. I'm going to go ahead and choose to use those plugins though. Alright, here we're going to go ahead and name our WordPress site. So this is the application name. So in my instance, I could do like just test application or test WordPress. Alright, excellent. Now here you're going to name your server. You can name it whatever you'd like. Nobody's going to see this but you. This is just strictly so you know what server you're looking at. So in this instance, I'm going to go ahead and name it a planet name. I'll go ahead and go Saturn. Alright. We don't have any projects yet. You can create projects to further sort your applications whenever you have more applications. Projects are essentially the category of your applications. Alright, so from here we can go ahead and choose what server we would like to use. Now it kind of ranges greatly depending on the server that you choose. The price ranges greatly. So I recommend one of these first three if you're just starting out. These first three are the cheapest options you have. DigitalOcean, I believe, is the cheapest if I'm not mistaken. Yep. So we can go ahead and choose a DigitalOcean, or I personally like Vultr as my, I usually go a Vultr 2 GB high frequency, and that's $26 a month that you're paying for that. Now you can go a lot smaller than this. You can go like this, you can go standard and go to a 1 GB. You're paying $11 a month for that. So it just all depends on your needs. If you want a little bit more reliable, faster site, I would go ahead and go with a 2 GB and go with whichever frequency you want, whether it be standard or high frequency. I know that the other Linodes and Linodes don't actually have that option, but that DigitalOcean does have the option for faster premium servers. So what we'll do, we'll go ahead and select the smallest file size here. We'll go ahead and select the 1 GB of RAM on the DigitalOcean server. Alright, next you're going to pick a location that is closest to your clientele, or your target audience, I should say. So in my instance, New York is probably closest to me, and since all of my audience is going to be around my area, let's go ahead and choose New York as that. All right, and then from there you should be able to, oh, it looks like they have sent us a verification email. So I did forget about that. Let's go. I'm going to go ahead and hop on over to my email, verify that, and we'll be right back. Alright, and we are back. I've gone ahead and verified that email and refreshed my page, and here we are. I was actually able to change the name of my project now as well, now that I've verified my email address. So let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and choose New York one more time for us. That'll be $10 a month for the hosting, right? And let's go ahead and click Launch Now. Alright. And it just gone ahead and offered us support here. If you need a hand, you can always click this button over here on the right hand side to get support, which is nice. Alright, so this says here it's adding our server and it's installing the application as well. So that's how easy it is to get your website up and running. In 7 minutes, our website will be up and running on that server. Alright, and then you also have a free 3-day trial, or a free 3-day trial, I should say. And that 3-day trial, once that expires here, you should enter before that expires, you should enter your information to pay for the server. But you do have that option to just try everything out and see how you like it. Alright, after this is done, I'm going to go ahead and pause now, but after this is done, I'll go ahead and show you guys how to get your Ssl certificate up and running, and as well as how to link your domain up to this new Cloudways application. So if you have a domain purchased at like GoDaddy or something of that nature, I'll show you how to actually point that over so it actually links to your Cloudways account. So let's go ahead and wait this 6 minutes and then I will be right back. Alrighty, and here we are back, and this has successfully created our server and installed WordPress on that server. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on that. And it kind of gives us a little pop-up notifications here that basically tells us that we can access this using FTP and SSH. So let's go ahead and click OK on that. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and go to our applications. So up here in the top bar, you're going to see applications. So go ahead and click that for me. And then there's our WordPress application that we created. All right. So from here, you can actually click this and you'll be able to see your brand new WordPress application. Now it doesn't have a domain name linked to it yet, but this is a fully working website, right? And then here you can access the backend dashboard as well. All right, so from there, we're going to go ahead and actually add our domain name. So we're going to go ahead and on the left-hand side here, you're going to click Domain Management. From here, you're going to type in the name of the domain name that you have. So if you haven't purchased a domain name, I recommend just going to like a domain name registrar like GoDaddy and purchasing a domain name for your website. From there, you'll be able to go ahead and enter it here. I'll go ahead and just enter a subdomain of my current website. So in my instance, I'm going to use test.evolve.graphics. Alright, excellent. So we're going to go ahead and click Save Changes on that. And now, while we're at it, we definitely should add that as an actual subdomain of my domain name. So let's go ahead and hop on over here. Here is my domain DNS settings on GoDaddy. So let's go ahead and add a new DNS record. I'm going to add an A record here, and we're going to choose to add test as the subdomain. And then we're going to link it to this new server here. So in order to do that, you're going to take the public IP address and you're going to copy that and paste it into here. Then I usually set the custom time to live. This basically just means how long it takes for it to actually propagate in the system. I'm going to go 600 seconds, which is the minimum that GoDaddy allows. Now I'm going to click Add Record. Now, if you are using something other than a subdomain, if you're using your main domain name, you're going to go ahead and add that where it says @ here. So in your instance, you would have the DNS setting look like this. It's going to be an A record. It's going to be an @ symbol, which just means the root domain name. And then that domain name is going to point to our Cloudways server right here. Alright, I'm not going to change that because I have a new server here. So we're going to go ahead and take that new server and put that under our test domain name. Once that's added, we should be able to go over and click on the Launch App button here, and that should take us to this. Now, as you see here, it brought us to an error message, and that's because there's no SSL certificate installed on this server, right? So we're going to go ahead and proceed anyways, and there it is. We've got our brand new domain name linked to our brand new website on Cloudways. So let's go ahead and close out of that, and let's go ahead and install that SSL certificate by clicking Ssl Certificate right here in the left-hand panel. From here, you're going to type in your email address, and we're going to type in our domain name. This is the domain name that you're going to cover with this SSL certificate. You can actually add multiple domain names here if you choose to do so. You can also add a wildcard domain that covers every subdomain. So you have a lot of options here. In this instance, we're just going to go ahead and do this. Excellent. And we can go ahead and install that certificate. Alright, and there we are. That domain name has successfully had an SSL certificate installed for it. So let's go ahead and hop back on over to our access details, and we'll click on test.evolve.graphics. And there we go. We have our brand new website up and running on Cloudways. We've added our domain name, and we've installed an SSL certificate as well. So that'll be concluding this video. If you guys have any more questions or would like to see anything else, feel free to leave a comment below. Like I said, I do have the link to Cloudways in the description as well, so if you want to go ahead and use that, it actually helps me out a little bit too. So I do want to thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.